Hi, Aries. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your general reading. This is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of February 2021. So, we're going to go ahead and see what's coming in for you, Aries. What is on the horizon for you? What's the advice for you? Just whatever wants to come through here. We're going to focus on the collective Aries energy. So, of course, this will not resonate for all of you. So, just take what feels like it's right for you, take what feels like it does resonate with you, and leave the rest. And do keep in mind, this also could pick up on somebody who is around you, somebody who you're dealing with in love, or, anybody really in your environment. So, that could definitely be the case. All right, so let's go ahead and see here. So Spirit, please use me as a clear channel for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is coming in for you in the month of February 2021? What's going on around you? Any energies for Aries, please? So I did see a vision of an eagle when I was preparing for the reading. So some of you might be connected to an eagle, or this is really about, and I just saw the Ace of Swords in reverse when I'm shuffling here. So I feel like this is really about trying to see a higher perspective about something at the moment, or maybe you're being given an opportunity to rise above something. So let's see what's coming through here. So Spirit, please show me what's going on for Aries in February. Within and around your energy for Aries. Grab this card here. Lots of cups here. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the King of Cups reverse, and we do have here the Queen of Cups. So this could be a counterpart type of situation here. Some of you might have somebody who you consider a counterpart, or there's a lot of emotions here, a lot of water coming through. So let's see, beneath this we have Ace of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands here. So let's get a little bit more information. Oh, I just noticed too at the bottom of this deck we have Deep Perspective in reverse. So this could be another reason why I saw an eagle. Some of you are being asked to see a deeper perspective in something right now, or you're being asked to look at something from a different perspective, or a deeper perspective, finding a deeper meaning to why something maybe is occurring here. So let's see what's going on for Aries. So for some of you, and remember this could be vice versa, but this could be about being vulnerable here. This could be about emotional vulnerability. We have this card here that says, showing your vulnerability is a strength and not a weakness. Be expressive with your emotions and don't be afraid to say how you feel. If someone can't return the same to you, that's a reflection of their own fear. So since we have this Seven of Wands here too at the bottom with the Queen of Cups, I feel like this could go a couple of different ways. Some of you are being asked to allow your heart to open a little bit right now. Maybe you're afraid to be vulnerable. Maybe some of you have been through some disappointments here, especially with this Five of Cups in reverse. You could be overcoming some grief, overcoming a loss, some sadness here, especially when it comes to relationship, I feel, for a lot of you with that King of Cups reverse. For others of you, there might be somebody here who you're connected to, who is having a difficult time showing their vulnerability. This might be kind of like a bit of a discord between maybe you and somebody else, to where there's a need to, there's a need to connect more with the heart here with the King of Cups reverse. But the King of Cups to me is somebody who doesn't really show it all too quickly. He's more about keeping it to himself here, but it is about emotional mastery. So there's something I feel that's a little bit maybe unbalanced with the emotions here. And for some, this might be you. And for others of you, this might be somebody here who's connected to you. Let's see what else. So what's going on for Aries, Spirit, please, in February? And some of you, this is just about you finding strength within your vulnerability. So maybe you have really had to, yeah, as I said that, know your worth. So it's kind of like this might be about you. Maybe somebody has not returned the same to you equally, especially in regards to your emotions with this Queen of Cups here. And I feel like this is a reminder from Spirit to know your worth and to know who you are from an emotional perspective. Maybe you have found some disappointments that have gone on recently. And I feel like this is about being strong with your, it's kind of like finding the beauty in your vulnerability or finding the beauty in your emotions, if this is the category that you're in. Even if somebody can't reciprocate maybe the same to you, or there's a counterpart situation that's off here. So you're being asked to know your worth. Yeah, the fox, think on your feet. So let's see here. So what's going on for Aries in February? So this card came up for Scorpio, and we do have a lot of water here. So if you're dealing with a Scorpio, or if you have Scorpio in your chart, we have, wow, look at this. We have ego and we have alchemy, both in reverse. So these are, in this deck here, these are probably the more darker cards in the whole deck here. So this is definitely a lot of transmuting of ego and shadow work here, connected to emotions, connected to vulnerability. And again, I'm getting a bunch of different messages here. For some of you, this is just you dealing with somebody here who might be emotionally unavailable. There might be a situation to where it's really triggered you into having to know your worth from a place of your strength here as a Queen of Cups, as somebody who is maybe very compassionate, very giving, very empathic here. And I feel like you are being asked to really try to transmute any of this maybe triggers that have been going on within you connected to another person. There's a lot of shadow work here connected to that, I feel. And it's like this transformation has not fully transformed. It's kind of like a death card in reverse here. So there's some lingering energy surrounding this, or emotions and surrounding relationship here, or a particular, maybe specific relationship. We have Goddess Ishtar. So that could be to connect here to Goddess, God, I can never say that, Goddess Ishtar. We have Spirit of Cupid, and we have reflection and delays. So and if this is not you being triggered by another person, this is all just you, what you're going through here, I feel, Aries, to where you are having to master something within your own heart. It could be about you showing more vulnerability. It could be about you expressing yourself more authentically within your emotions, having to maybe transmute any losses and pains within your own heart here. And this is just a lesson for you to know your worth in regards, just in general, with who you are. So maybe you're having to come out of some reflecting about that, or you're being asked to, I feel, because there's a little bit of a like it's like you're transitioning from one place to another in in your own heart, though. This is very similar to Scorpio, so maybe there is some Scorpio placements here. We have the Hermit too at the bottom. So yeah, very much about that reflection too. Introspection and reflection. Especially if you've been through a disappointment. I'm getting that here again with the Five of Cups. It's maybe that's again the eagle that came through, seeing things from a higher perspective, why certain things have happened here. We also have this card about stopping and smelling the roses. So try to not rush through mindlessly right now. Try to take some time to reflect, take some time to take it easy here. Maybe give something some time if this is about a relationship, because there's a transformation pending here. But there's something within the, the shadow work that has to be worked through first on one or both ends, or just you yourself. Anything else for Aries in February? Look at that. Self-reflection. So obsidian is a really great stone. There's a lot of black coming through. And the reason I feel this is because it's kind of like there is a lot of shadow here, so going into the shadow, and also protection too. But when I see black, I feel like this too. This is about having to, just like this card says, self-reflection. It's really about, there's something very deep here for you, I feel, especially with that card, what was it? Deep something, canyon in reverse we had earlier, and with the hermit here too. Whichever end of the spectrum you're on, if you are having to take a look at yourself and ask yourself, have you been maybe too much in your ego about something? Have you been maybe pushing somebody away? Or have you been triggered by somebody else who's been doing this to you? So there's just a lot of like reflecting here in terms of going deep within the shadows. So that's going to be, I think, a part of what you're going through if you haven't completely mastered it yet, or if you have not completely come out of that yet. And so I think the lesson at hand, though, is to know your worth, and is to know that it's okay to either express yourself the way that you want to within your emotions, and to not take things personally, or you're having to work on maybe the opposite, having to kind of not operate from a codependent place. But there's something definitely here. So maybe some of you are dealing with a Gemini, or you could have Gemini, getting a lot of Gemini and Scorpio too. So this goddess Ishtar is going to be very important here too. Very powerful, I feel. And very much connected to the divine feminine. We have here concentration, hematite, and we have blue calcite, peace. So another stone that's gray, blackish color. So a lot of that here going on. I feel like a lot of you, there's something standing in the middle between you and your peace. And that's what I'm getting here with the tower in reverse at the bottom as well. So it's kind of like you're moving through a phase of shadow, and then you're going to be emerging into peace. It's like you're emerging, and this is all very personal. This doesn't have to do with what you're creating or your career or anything like that. This feels very much about like something deeply within you, or a relationship here emotionally. And so you're being asked to think on your feet here, especially if you are dealing with somebody who may be a little bit shady, or you are having to kind of maneuver through the shadows a bit here. And remember, this could be somebody else. They could be going through this. They could be going through a time of their own shadow work in order to face you in a more authentic way, in a more emotionally mature way. Anything else for Aries in February? The star. So that's beautiful, and it flew right on top here of the concentration and the peace card. And here we have the Page of Wands, and at the bottom we do have here the Ten of Swords. So what I feel for this is kind of like I had explained here. It's like one of two things. Some of you, you might be ending something, or there might be an ending to something here. And this is part of the whole shadow that you're working through, because what's on the other end of it is going to be an opportunity here to grow and to find peace after a difficult situation, or after a difficult, with that Five of Cups here, a difficult maybe loss of something, or an ending of relationship, or whatever it is. In order to, this feels very light with the Page of Wands, in order to kind of lighten and go towards a more creative part in your life, a more fertile time in your life. So you're literally in between the shadow and the light here. Okay, and then for others of you, if I can remember here my train of thought, for others of you, this is not directly related to an ending that's happening. This is more about like an emotional, or yeah, like an emotional pain here that has been existing for some time. So it's not like it's an ending manifesting in your reality, if that makes sense. It's more of like you are coming out of, or you're climbing out of maybe where you've already been, in order to heal, in order to inspire a new level of creativity in your life here with the Page of Wands. Okay, or this is entirely somebody else who's going through this too. But I feel this is for most of you. I think this is you though. So it's very central around your emotional healing. It's very central around manifesting a new kind of fertile, light beginning here. But with the Ten of Swords and the Star right next to each other like this always gives me the feeling of like the rock bottom until we surrender to the divine, the rock bottom until we heal. So it's kind of like a tower, which I did see the tower actually comes right before the star. So you will be finding peace in your heart, in your emotions. And that's what this peace and the Page of Wands here is about for you, especially in this deck. I mean, she looks very peaceful. There's these candles, there's a dragon here, and she's creating some art here. So the Page of Wands is very expressive, very artistic here. It could even be that this is about communication with another person. Maybe you're going to receive a message, or you are going to send a message that's going to resolve something or bring some peace into a situation. But it's all happening after this reflection on one or both ends. So anything else for Aries? Anything else for Aries in February? Yeah, so this, we have serenity and we have peace. Very similar meaning here. The most important relationship that you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Yeah, exactly. So this is very much connected, I feel, to the whole thing. And then here we have find your center. So that's very self-explanatory. And this card actually is very similar. Take time to slow down, prevent yourself from rushing through on autopilot. There's much more to see. Stop and smell the roses. So some of you might be just pushing yourself too hard. And it's like it's kind of caused a bit of maybe emotional burnout, or maybe you're just trying to climb out of that here. But it's very much about you centering yourself from any residual pains or any residual shadow work that you're needing to work through in order to find strength in your Queen of Cups nature, which again is very creative, very intuitive, very nurturing. And it's like something about it has been tainted, or maybe you have been finding yourself like unable to express that because of somebody else's actions, or you've realized that maybe you have been codependent. We have here intuitive nudges. Yeah, so this is also a lot of intuitive insight that you're receiving from spirit, a lot of intuitive wisdom. So listen to your dreams, listen to your intuition. Maybe when you meditate here, there's something that you're receiving in your introspective time. A lot of that introspective time here for you. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this could, actually, I'm drawn to get one last animal spirit here. Okay, we got two. We have the peacock and we have the turkey. Let it shine, give with gratitude and grace. So yeah, the peacock is all about our authentic expression. It's all about, to me, it's really shining our true light. And this turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Again, that's like very much about giving and receiving from an emotional perspective here. Yeah. Don't be afraid to show your vulnerability. However, that could resonate with you as the first card, one of the first cards that came through. And if somebody can't give that to you, that's a reflection of what they are going through. So take some time to reflect on your emotions and prepare for a new healing to take place. So I hope that this could help you, Aries. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you next time. Much love.